is going on, everyone? It's Steiner. It's another Wednesday, and it's another episode of Secondhand Talent. With me, I have my friend Mello, the founder of Elite Mind Management. Mello, thank you so much for being on the show, buddy.
Yo, what's the word? How y'all feeling out there, man? This shit was classic. Now, Hove for sure was in the mix, but I really dove into Hove after those two. Like, as far as like, I knew who Jay-Z was. So like,
I got into Blueprint like after the Black Album. I would say Black Album was what really because I don't know if you do you remember when Linkin Park and Jay-Z did that like
yeah,
mashup album?
that shit was
So
dope.
that for me was very important. I
Okay,
needed that
so
in
it
my life.
exposed you to
That exposed me to because I was listening to like I had like every Beastie Boys CD. I had the Sounds of Science anthology. Like I
yeah.
had every Eminem CD, every Dr. Dre CD, every Snoop Dogg CD, but I knew nothing about Jay-Z. Like I said, I was a very
Wow,
listen, I'm from the
that's
Midwest.
crazy because
It is
that's
crazy.
crazy because at that time, all the perception was that the
He had the blueprint.
right, there's a blueprint, but the perception that of him doing that album with Linkin Park, how big of an impact or how crossover it was.
Oh, it
Like,
was.
like for the black community, I'm just speaking for the black community. We really didn't see that
Of course not. I
because
mean, well, no, I don't want to say of course not.
we,
That's a big generalization.
but
But like,
we already knew who Jay Z was. We
but
already loved him for certain
but
things,
but
but we didn't realize how big it helped him as a brand.
oh my God,
We really, it really
it's
didn't process
one
for
of the
us.
biggest moves in hip hop history. If you look at it just from a business
But the
stand,
record,
because
they got a classic record on that too
but you have to remember
that everybody still plays to this day.
the way that Black Album was marketed though. Right? So you had Gray Album, right? So you had Doom do the bootleg cut, right?
Mhm.
Then you had the actual Black Album. Then you had the expanded version, and then you had the acapellas version,
Acapella was I remember the
and
acapella version.
then you had the this Linkin Park hybrid that came out, and I remember seeing that and
Wow,
just being like,
that's
no,
crazy.
like no way. Because I had seen advertising for the Black Album and Blueprint everywhere, but it wasn't until I saw that that I gave Black Album a try and I listened to that and I was like, well, now,
That's
okay.
crazy. I would
But
have never.
that
So that
crossover,
album has really exposed Jay Z
pivotal.
to the. I don't want to say crossover or Caucasian
But
demographic,
this is someone who was a
but it really
fan
helped
of
him
like
cross over. Really,
even at that age was a big hip hop fan. It was most of what I listened to. It was before I really listened to the Grateful Dead, before I got into Fish, before I got into Ween. Hip hop is
wow.
hip hop and Weird Al are where I
Weird.
started.
What the?
That is that's podcast.